couple of weeks ago, it was my stove's oven that was out of warranty after just one measly year, so I had to fix it. But I'm afraid to say today, Rip-Off Britain is back with this sofa from LOAF. Delivered a couple of days ago, the delivery guys, who I have to say were really nice, came to a grinding halt when they tried to screw on this foot, only to find the base had snapped off inside the sofa. And that, I'm afraid, wasn't all. This mechanism to lock the two parts together was screwed in at an angle, and this lug was strangely bent. I worked out why. More on that in a minute. Spoke to LOAF, and I have to say again, I got straight through to them, so that wasn't a problem. But they couldn't send anyone round to fix it until March. So I took a 20% discount to fix it myself. Where does accepting that discount leave us if other faults come out of the woodwork later on down the line? Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. First up, the staples needed taking out of this badly damaged lining.
Look at this. So basically there's a screw that's not even got into the woodwork there.
Well, this was at least wood, maybe tulip, whereas the IKEA chair I had to repair in a similar way was badly glued laminate. But that screw was clearly never ever going to do any good at all, was it? Whereas the other screw was alright. They have tried to glue it, which I suppose is something to be thankful for. That's a pretty mad way to put a washer on, isn't it? First up, cleaning the glue off the frame, breaking the #1 rule of carpentry of always having your hand behind the chisel blade. Next up, planing the glue off the support with my old vintage block plate. And then I marked the underneath the support with a pencil because this time we're going to strengthen it properly. I cut a couple of battens and some larch left over from the outdoor furniture build, sanded the edges and drilled 2 holes in each for supporting screws. Then I glued and screwed them to the sofa frame. And glued and screwed that supporting piece back in place, this time with a screw that was the correct length. I know this because I carefully measured and drilled the hole for it. LOAF, take note. Time to replace the staples I'd removed and think about what to do with that car crash of a lining fabric. Decision made, use this glue to glue it back down and repair the holes. Apply to both sides, and when it's touch dry, press them together. A few more staples, and I reckon that's about the neatest I could have done with this one. And a couple of hours later, repair done. And that lug, well, they put the mating bracket in the wrong place. Should have been further this way. So I reckon the factory bashed it over to try and get it to line up. Not good enough. I straightened it carefully because LOAF have said I've accepted a discount and can't have another one. Then I removed the other bracket, plugged the holes with a kebab skewer, just love these self-centering draw bits, and screwed it back down in the correct place. Felt pads were, you've guessed it, missing from 4 of the feet. But we could finally get the sofa set up and that locking piece aligned perfectly. Now your warranty will still apply to new faults, so make sure you've got evidence what fault that discount related to. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe so you don't miss out on my new content.